local German business community is a social club. And on the upper floors of that building are apartments. And in one of those apartments, a man by the name of Alex Haley lived. And old Alex wrote him a number of books. Probably the most prominent one he wrote was a book by the name of Woods. That's where Alex Haley lived. Square pertains to all the restaurants on the river. The menus are posted on marquees in front of each one of them. They have the price of the food and the style of the food. And you decide which one you want to eat at. Then you decide you want to dine out on the river, or you want to dine inside where it may be a little warmer, a little cooler, or maybe even a whole lot quicker. And if you look on the back of your tickets, a number of you have this. That's what Christy's doing here. She's doing a dinner cruise at Republic of Texas Cafe. Off the last state of Texas umbrellas, you're going to see a name on the facing. Robert H. Hugman, American Institute of Architects. 1941, upon the completion of the construction of the Riverwalk, people still didn't believe it was safe to operate down here, so Robert Hugman, the design architect, moved his offices to the river level and the street level, and he kept them there for over 25 years, never having any more problems with the river. German population. So large the city streets were in German, English, and Spanish. And if you go there even now on the fourth Sunday of the month, which happened to be today, they still have a choir that comes in there and sings those hymns in German in there. So only in San Antonio, Texas, do we have a Catholic church that has an Irish priest, predominantly Hispanic congregation, and a German singing choir in there. And off the nose of the boat, the Marriott River Center Hotel. That large pink building, 1,000 rooms, built in 1988. What stood on the site prior to construction of that large hotel was a smaller hotel called the Fairmont Hotel. 3-story brick structure, 1906, 1985. When J.W. Marriott wanted nothing to do with that building, the city wouldn't let him pull it down. They argued about original missions in San Antonio. That center bell represents the Alamo, and on it are engraved the words dedicated to Robert H. Hugman, design architect, San Antonio Riverwalk. Mr. Hugman grew up in San Antonio, went to Breckenridge High School, graduated University of Texas at Austin with an architectural design degree, 2 years internship in New Orleans, and came back and presented the plans of the Riverwalk to the City Council. That included the Arneson Theater, the bow bridges, all the sidewalks, the stairways, the ramps, seating, the planter. Everything you see on the river, that was all off his original design. The City Council loved it and adopted it. One little problem, that year was 1929. There was no money available until 1939 to 1941. A federal back-to-work program called the WPA, or Work Projects Administration, came in and constructed the Riverwalk. Those bell slots, though, sat empty for almost 4 decades until 1978. To honor Mr. Hugman, San Antonio, that's how the river and eventually the city got its name. Now off the nose of the boat, the red brick building, white trim, 10 stories. Not the pink one, but the red one. That's the old San Antonio Drug Company, 1919, 1963. We have an organization in San Antonio called the San Antonio Conservation Society, founded by 2 women, Emily Edwards and Rena Maverick Green. They were attempting to try to save a building down in the flood channel. You just can't come in and pull down these old buildings. So when the Homewood Suites bought that abandoned warehouse, the city wouldn't let them pull it down, so they used adaptive architecture and converted it into a modern hotel in 1995. Now off the left side of the boat, the Tower Light Building, 1929, octagon shape, neo-Gothic architecture, 404 feet tall to the top of the dome, 504 feet tall to the top of the flagpole. Notice the gargoyles all the way to the top 2 levels. Those are functioning water spouts. When it rains, water shoots